Oakley dokley.
Good morning everyone, welcome to Tuesday's Stay at Home Art Club. You might have already guessed what we're doing today. Today we're going to do draw yourself as a Simpsons character. So you don't have to do you if you don't really want to. You could do your friend, you could do your pet if you wanted, or you could do your worst enemy and make them look really horrible if that makes you feel better. So I started off with here's me in my outfit today, and I'll take you through how you can draw yourself as a Simpsons character. Alright, so as usual we're going to do one you can do with just a pencil and a pen, and one you can do with any colouring materials you have. So I've done a colour one to start with. I've just been using my coloured pencils again, and if you don't have those we're going to go for a black and white one. Okay, so for this I've used quite a big bit of paper. This is an A3 bits of paper, which is 2 times A4, which is your usual paper size. So if you if you don't have a big bit of paper, you can either stick 2 normal bits of paper together, or you can draw everything a little bit smaller. So we're going to start with the eyes of the Simpsons character. Okay, so for drawing at this size, I've actually used a 5 pence to draw the eyes, and that's kind of a good size if you're wanting to do a whole figure on this size of paper. If you want to just do the head, I'd maybe use a 2 pence or a 10 pence or a 2-point coin if you have one of those to hand. I don't know how many people actually do that these days. And for a classic Simpsons character, the eyes kind of overlap. I've actually done this with the 1 pence. This is my 5 pence ones. The eyes slightly overlap. So that's for your Simpsons family. Their eyes are really close together. But some of the other characters, their eyes are further apart. So I've got the one on the left side overlapping the one on the right side. But for the drawing of me, my nose is much bigger than the Simpsons noses. They've got little button noses, and I needed to get room to fit my nose in between. So I've done mine with about 1 millimetre in between. And what I did was I just drew around my 5p's. Nice and straightforward. And then I'm going to put in my pupils, so they've just got dots for pupils. So that's the bit you look at, like that. I'm going to be looking forward in this one. Then I'm going to give myself some pretty eyelashes. Just like that. You can give yourself eyelashes, or you don't need to give yourself eyelashes. It's completely up to you. I'm going to try and draw these really heavy so you guys can see them. So I appreciate that's a bit small. And then on to the next bit, we're going to do the nose. So the Simpsons normally have little button noses like that. So you can draw just a little button nose like that. But I don't have a nose like that. I've got a nice long nose. So I'm doing mine like this. So you can draw your nose a bit more like your nose if you want to make it a bit more realistic. Okay, so next we're going to put in our mouths. So the classic Simpsons have an overbite, so I'm going to draw that on this one. So they tend to have their mouth kind of coming down like this. I'm going to do Homer for this one. So I'm going to do, he's got kind of a mouth like that. He's got a lip coming down. And then in the picture I'm going to draw, he's going to have a big smile like that. Oh, we're just kind of, I'm going to make it a bit bigger. Going to come out to there. And then he's got a little chin like that. And also he's got the kind of beard fluff, doesn't he? Like that. That's his beard. A lot of us don't have overbites like the Simpsons. So what I've done for mine is I've just given myself a nice smiley face underneath. So I've just gone for a nice smile like that. I've got a nice little gap in between my teeth, so I like to put that in. So I have my mouth Oh, it helps if I don't put my head in front of it, doesn't it? Like that. And then I like to do some little teeth. Yeah. I've got quite nice cheeks as well, so I'm going to give myself some nice smiley cheeks. So you can do it like that. If you want, just draw your mouth, whatever kind of expression you want. Hopefully that's a smile today. So the next bit is a little bit more tricky, and we're going to put in the outlines of our face. Okay, so for Homer, we're going to go for, he's luckily got quite a big square head. So his neck starts about here. We've already got most of his face and his neck comes down from there. His eyebrows, it's got a little kind of like ridge, and then it goes up. Oh, not quite like that. That's old school Simpsons. A nice round head. Maybe a bit smaller than that. Maybe a bit about there. There we go. So don't worry if it takes you a few goes. Getting the proportions right in cartoons is one of the hardest things. Sometimes because they're simpler, it's a bit trickier because you can more easily spot what's wrong with them. There you go. That's good enough for me today. There we go. And then for if you were going to draw yourself and trying to make it look a bit more like you, so I've been going with adding a cheek underneath the eye first. I find that's an easy step, and then you can just draw your face shape. So I've got quite a big chin, so I put my chin in. You don't have to do that. And then we've got a nice wide outline. So just generally try and draw your vague sort of face shape, and then stick in a rough idea of where your forehead would be. There you go. Don't need to be quite as mean to yourself as I am to me. There we go. Try and draw a flattering one. There you go. So the next bit we're going to do is the classic Simpsons ear. So Simpsons ears are just below their eyes, which isn't where humans' ears are. So for Homer's we've got it about there, and all you're doing is you're drawing a half circle, so it's kind of coming in towards there, and then we're drawing a kind of a slanty capital T in it. Like that, okay? That is a classic Simpsons ear. There we go, and I'm going to pop one on me. There we go. If you've got any earrings, you can pop them in there as well. I'm putting my earrings in. Okie dokie. So I'm also going to give myself eyebrows. A lot of Simpsons don't have eyebrows. Some of the kind of more minor characters do, but I don't think I look like me without my eyebrows, so maybe you can draw yours in too. So I tend to have one going slightly up the way, looking a little bit worried. There we go. Much better already. So now we're on to hair. Homer's got not much hair. He's got his zigzags here. Then he's got two bits of hair starting on the bit closest to you, and they're going over and over. That's all he's got. He's got two little comb overs, and then you can give yourself whatever kind of hair you want. You just want it to have a bit of a block outline and not any texture. This could be a good time to try a new haircut as well if you want to see maybe what you'd look like. So I've gone for just a nice bun, because that's nice and easy. So what I'm doing is I'm just sketching in roughly where my head would be, like that. Quite a narrow head. And then I'm going to put in some of the details. So I've got my bun, swiggly bun. Mine tends to be a bit messy, so I've got some loose hairs. And I've got some hair wisping out here and a bit there. And I'm going to put my scrunchie in. So I've not done any lines or anything, I've just done a block shape. So if you were going to give yourself a fringe or something, you'd just draw it as a block shape. You're not going to be putting in lots of lines, okay? Now back to the time as well, if you've got any facial features that I haven't mentioned already. So I've got piercing here, so I'm going to put that in. I'm also going to put a line in for my chin. I think that makes it look a bit more like me. And I've got a mole here, so I'm going to put that in. So any distinguishing features you've got, you could put those in just now. Maybe you always wear a certain kind of makeup, maybe you always wear lipstick, a hat, you know, that sort of thing. Now we're going to move on to doing bodies. Okay, so I'm going to draw Homer in a white shirt, and I'm going to give him a donut, I think, because that's how he's happiest, you know? We mean to draw him any other way. So I've already got in most of Homer's neck, because he hasn't really got a neck. Probably goes to about there. I'm going to draw in this colour of his shirt first, because that's a triangle at this side. And then I'm going to draw the rest of his shirt coming round there, and then another triangle. That's his shirt. Okay, and that meets in the middle as a V. There we go, so I've made one of those a bit too wide, but that's fine. Rub out the middle bit. And then he's kind of got his belly coming down from here. He's got a boop and a boop. He's quite a round guy. There we go. He's got a semicircle here as a shoulder, just underneath his collar. And you've got his arm coming down. Then we're on to the nice Simpsons hand, which is nice and easy because they've only got 4 fingers. We've got his thumb, and then we've got 1, 2, 3. And that's all you need for a Simpsons hand. It's nice and easy. Not that many fingers at all. Join up his shoulders to his body. On the other side, I'm going to give him his sleeve. So his sleeve's coming out at a right angle to his body, coming down, meeting back in just below his belly, and then out comes his arm. He's got a little bit of a bicep coming out, and then it's coming up and out, thicken that in. I'm going to draw the donut first because that'll make my life a bit easier. So from a donut, I'm just going to draw. We'll start with a circle, and then I'm going to take a bite out of it like this. I'm going to do essentially a 3 in it to show that he's already taken a bite, and I'll rub out that bit of outside line, and then put in my middle donut hole, maybe some sprinkles. Yummy. I'm then gonna attach just some fingers to it. So I'm gonna do a finger here, and then a finger here, and a finger here. Then I'm just gonna join that up to my donut. So those fingers are, maybe those fingers aren't quite right. We'll try that again, okay? Try that again. So I'm gonna attach. So I'm gonna keep that first finger in the same place. Attach the second finger. I'll put the third one just above it. There we go. That will do. Homer, shirt, donut, looking good. Belly, so his belly ends about there. Draw a line round to the bottom of his shirt. Got a bit of shirt out the back as well. And then his stomach comes in and round like that, like the bottom of a Pokeball. And then we're just drawing legs coming down And I've run out of space. His legs, just draw the bottom of his legs over here. His bottom of his legs kind of finish like this. Well, maybe you can't see that. I'll draw it on my board. There we go. Causing it. Bottom of his legs. Bottom of his legs. There we go. He's got boot cut jeans on, so he's got a line at the bottom there, and a line at the bottom there, and then his shoes are kind of just triangles, so you're just putting them out a bit, out at an angle, and round, out at an angle, and round. And all we're going to do is draw a little triangle in here to show that he's got a heel, and then colour them in. And that's a full Homer. There you go. Alright, now for if you're doing your own version of you. So I like to start just by adding a neck in. So just the neck underneath your ear. And a little bit under there. And then it's generally easiest to start with a kind of a crew neckline. And then what I do is I sketch in roughly where I'd like my shoulders to be. Probably about out to there. And then from there I kind of draw a box for my torso. Because a lot of Simpsons characters are really quite boxy. So I've just got shoulder lines and a kind of a boxy middle, and then their legs are all very straight. So I just do some straight lines down. And then one for the middle to divide them up. And that's kind of my scaffolding for what I'm going to draw as my outfit. Then I like to draw in some lines just to think about where I want my arms to be. So I've decided I'm going to have one hand by my side and one hand holding up a cup of coffee. So you could have your hands doing whatever really. So I've got my first one doing a wave and a bit of a oh gee. So maybe you could do like hands up, doing a dance, doing the YMCA, who knows. So that's the first thing I like to do, and then we're going to add on your outfit. Alright, so this is me. I've put on my outfit. I've put on the shirt that I was borrowed from my friend because I wish it was mine. I've just got some nice baggy jeans and I've gone for my favourite slippers. So just put yourself in whatever outfit you feel comfortable in. It could be a robe, it could be a superhero outfit, it could be a Wookiee costume, although that would be a bit different. But whatever you fancy, go a bit wild with it, okay? So, almost there. We're just going to do our hands now. So I've already drawn in my mug to make my life a bit easier. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pretend I've got one finger through my mug because Simpsons don't have many fingers. So I'm going to put one finger here and I'm going to put one finger there. Why not? They've only got 4 fingers, it doesn't particularly matter where they are. And I'm just going to join that up to my arm, which is going to be coming across here, draw an elbow in, coming across there, and connecting it into my sleeve. Yeah, so I'll show you in the other picture, I'll get that a better angle. There we go, chop the elbow off. That's that. There you go, so that's one, and then my other one I've just got down by my side, so I'm just going to do it a bit like I did Homer's but on the other side. So I'm going to flesh out this line I've got here, coming down there, and then I've just got 1, 2, 3 and a thumb. So it's like you've drawn a W and then added on another wee thumb. I'm just going to bring that in and send that up there. And that's all you need. No one's really going to be looking at the hands, they're going to just be looking at what a lovely drawing you've done. Okay. So looking at giving our picture some colour. If you're doing a black and white version, you just want to be using your pencil at different tones. So I've got dark, medium, medium, yeah, just a wee range there so you can get kind of an impression of colour, you know. I think this looks quite good. If you're going for your full colour version, ooh, I'm just knocking everything everywhere, aren't I? If you're going for your full colour version, your classic Simpson is of course yellow, but lots of the characters do have lots of different skin tones, so just go for what you think is best for you. I know a lot of people don't like yellow, so you can do it whatever. I've kept my rosy cheeks because I think even if I was yellow I'd probably still have rosy cheeks, they never go away. Yeah, so just get colour in. We want in quite block colour. There's not much shading in The Simpsons, it's quite cartoony and all one colour. And then just for your finishing bit you want to go round them, giving them an outline around all the different bits, and that goes for both colour and pencil. So just have fun and get yourself a lovely colourful picture, okay? I really need to stop saying okay, it's very annoying, I'm sorry. So I hope you had fun with that, and if you get really bored you can make yourself a mask and get super prepared for Halloween. Okay?
Oh, indeedly doodly.
So today's joke is what do birds flying south through the winter and throwing a dictionary have in common?
That's a dilly of a pickle.
They're both flying information. Okay, so that's everything for today, guys. Stay inside and wash your hands.